Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Catching Zeez podcast. Dare I say, it's the legendary Forecast again. We have back, once again, Emmy, Racecar 67, and the little Rokie. That's right, I'm calling you by your real name, pal. Everybody say hi. Now.
Hi,
Forecast,
beginner.
Forecast is back, baby.
Forecast.
The legendary
Ohio
Forecast.
It's me, Lightning McQueen here. We're going to talk about the top 10 Piston Cup strategies.
You sound just like Owen Wilson, bro. That's crazy. Are you you Owen Wilson? What does it sound like? It sound like it at all? Whatever. All right, we got no topics to talk about today, so goodbye. I'm joking. We have a few, but we don't have a ton, so we're just gonna kind of go crazy. This is gonna be a chaotic podcast. You already know.
It's a
we're gonna
forecast.
Start off. Yeah, it sure is, Emmy. But we're gonna start
given
off
how the
with
last forecast went, we can't do any topics. It's fine.
Yeah, honestly. But our first topic to talk about is probably just gonna be me solo. I don't know. Mario Wonder. Super Mario Wonder came out recently. And it is a game that is just completely full of creativity. We've talked a bit about it on the podcast before, kind of like talking about like the development of the game and whatnot, and how like Nintendo just gave them plenty of time to work on the game, didn't rush the developers, and they had plenty of time to come up with really, really crazy ideas. And comparing it to the new Super Mario Bros. Series, which I'm sure most of you guys have played, it's just a grand time. It's so much more fun. The animations of the characters are so much more expressive, and the gameplay is just overflowing with creativity in every single level, and I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend everybody to like play it, at least like a little bit of it, because it is a super fun game.
My only thoughts on it are, is that the game that you were just playing on your stream?
I was just streaming it, so if you're interested, you can go check
Yeah,
out
I
the
really
stream.
hated that you were hating on that the whenever where you got to see those
Actually,
levels.
there's one section of bad levels that are literally just like, they feel like Mario Maker levels where it's like pick a pipe or like find the dev block. It's so bad. They're so bad. There's only like one level per world that's like that, and it's just terrible. It's literally just like tedious, like find the hidden dev block that you have no idea where it is, and there's no hint or indication at all. Just keep looking. Like, it's so bad. Otherwise though, every other level is just really solid.
I'd have to disagree with you. I mean, I think that's actually the best part of the game. I think that the Mario franchise has abandoned tradition, They've gone too 3D, man. They got to go back to their roots, man. You got to smash the blocks.
Oh yeah,
jump,
like the hidden dev blocks.
Dev blocks are one of the coolest things ever. I think that it's actually where Mario peaks, and everything since then has sucked.
Oh yeah, no, I think you're right. Actually, peak gameplay is when you're running around looking for a thing you have no idea where it is, and you just waste like 5 minutes of your time looking for a random block that you have no idea where it is. Yeah, no, that's actually peak
generations
gameplay.
Nowadays don't have the patience to understand Mario.
You're so right, with all the skibbity toilet, TikTok, and whatnot,
Yeah, your attention span has gone so low. Looking for a dev block is too much to ask.
Too much to ask. Okay, but genuinely, those levels are actually bad. Otherwise, though, the game's goated, and it's awesome. I'd give it like a 9.5 out of 10 so far. It's so much fun. And there's actually I shouldn't say there's plot, but there's actually dialogue with a few of the characters. Mainly the prince. He's like a little worm prince. He's pretty cute. And his subjects, so yeah, it's pretty fun. And there's also these little talking flowers, and a lot of people online are debating whether he's annoying or not. I think he's cute, I think he's funny, and he's got some pretty witty and silly dialogue. And if you turn off the flower, you hate fun! Don't turn out the flower or you're cringe! Leave the flower on, let him speak. Anyways.
Yeah, let the flower speak. Come on, guys.
Don't turn the flower off.
Needs speech.
If you turn the flower off, you're cringe. Leave the flower on. Anyways, there's actually been a lot of games that have come out recently. Sonic Superstars, which is another 2D Sonic game that's multiplayer. You can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 came out. Apparently that game's super, super awesome. It looks very, very pretty. There's also this King Kong game that came out that everybody was memeing on, because apparently it was really, really rushed, and the developers had to crunch a lot, and it still looks like garbage. So people are comparing those 4 games together and just kind of memeing on the King Kong game, which is kind of sad because, it was just the executives in charge of the game just forcing the game to come out way sooner than it needed to. But yeah, this entire year has just been really, really awesome for gaming. Game of the year is going to be a really, really hard thing to pick this year, since there's just been so many good games coming out this year. It's just a very, very good year for gaming overall, I think.
The King Kong game actually came out in 2005, Zeez. You're just completely wrong on that.
Bro, what about the new one, huh? There's probably a lot of King Kong games, honestly. I don't know. I didn't even know King Kong was like a big...
I'm looking at images from the game, and I'm really loving this low poly aesthetic King Kong, man.
Yeah, no, it does look like it came out in like 2005 because it's definitely got some interesting graphics to say the least. But otherwise, besides the King Kong game, this has just been a really awesome year for gaming. And there's just so many new games that just came out, and it's just... It's fun to see it all come out. It's a little stressful that it all comes out in 1 year because it's like, which one do you dedicate your time to? But, you know, that's just the suffering of a gamer, an adult gamer. What game do you play and when?
Zeez, do you have any other systems outside of Nintendo systems? Like, do you have a PS4, I think, right?
Yeah, I got a PS4. And I'm thinking about getting a PS5 in the future because I do want to play the newest Final Fantasy. And I do want to play the new Final Fantasy that's kind of come out. The second part of the Final Fantasy remake, I think it's called Rebirth. I'm really excited to play that when it drops, but I need a PS5 for it.
Is it PS5 exclusive?
I think so. It might be a timed exclusive, but it's at least exclusive when it drops. And I'd like to play it around when it drops, since that's when like the hype period around it would be. And I played the first one, I think a little after it dropped, or maybe it was the same day. I'm not sure. But I played it around that time, and it was a really good time, so I want to continue with it.
Absolutely bear with me because I suck at video games. I don't know very much about them. So Final Fantasy is considered a JRPG, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. What would you consider to be like the best like intro JRPG game?
Wait, you say intro to one or?
Yeah. Like so for people who don't know anything about them, like what's the easiest like to pick up?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're talking just RPGs, I'd say Pokemon. That's not really a JRPG. Easiest JRPG.
It's made in Japan though, and it's an RPG. Come on.
I mean, you could argue that with like Paper Mario as well. That's actually tough. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there. I mean, Xenoblade is probably not a good first pick. I'd say like Final Fantasy is definitely good.
Depends on which Final Fantasy though. There's a lot of them.
People would say Final Fantasy 7 a lot. I think Persona 5 is actually a really good entry to JRPGs.
Yeah, Persona 5 works.
It's not hard at all, and it's got a really fun cast of characters and a really, really out there UI that just stands out. Like everybody loves Persona 5, dude. It's a good game. So yeah, I'd probably say like Persona, Final Fantasy. Those are like really, really popular. And also Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is mega popular. Probably one of the most famous JRPGs out there. Definitely a pioneer in the JRPG genre. So yeah, probably either like Dragon Quest 11, Persona 5, or Final Fantasy 7. I would say are really good entry points to JRPGs.
Yeah, I have like a PS Classic where it's like a fake PS1, and it has Final Fantasy 7 installed on it. So,
okay,
that'd be kind of, I don't know, pretty interesting to play. I tried playing a little bit of it, and it was okay. But, I'm not much of a huge gamer, per se, so just wondering.
Okay.
Oh, so you're going to go play the original Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. It's not. I guess it's not the remake, since it's on, like... Well, I don't know if the Mach system has the same specs as a PS1, but...
No, I mean, yeah, the remake is definitely different a lot. Actually, I think I debated about the remake with the little Rokie before. We actually had a whole argument about it while we were at work. I remember that. Do you recall that? Remember when we had a huge argument? Not really. Okay, it was like, I say argument, but it was just, we were just like talking heated a lot. It was about it was about the Final Fantasy remake and how I enjoyed it and how you said it was like kind of bad because it didn't follow the original.
So, I think a good, so two things. I'll address the the Final Fantasy
Fire
thing.
Emblem.
The
Fire Emblem.
I was gonna recommend that like the JRPG that I would recommend is actually Fire Emblem, honestly. But the thing about Final Fantasy is that I think the game is really good. I'm not the biggest fan of the ending because I feel like it's a little bit convoluted. But the entire game was like a very, very good experience up until like the story reasons for the very ending of that. But yeah, Fire Emblem is also a great JRPG. I definitely think you could try a bunch of options for sure, and just give them a shot.
Yeah, it's more of a strategy RPG game, so I wouldn't. I think like for people who don't really like play JRPGs or like video games at all, I don't think Fire Emblem is like definitely what you'd want to go for first for RPGs. As much as I love Fire Emblem, right? Because it can be kind of tricky to figure out, and I feel like a lot of newcomers that just don't want to handle like strategizing so much, they're just going to be turned off by it immediately unless they play Phoenix Mode Birthright on Fates.
No, that's Zeez, that's why you give them the casual normal experience.
Well, even sometimes casual normal can be kind of hard. Like my sister plays like casual normal, and sometimes even she's struggling, and she like always plays games on easy mode.
That's fair. I mean, but there has to be some difficulty in there. I think like normal approaches what like a normal person would have
it
difficulty.
Yeah. But like when I'm comparing it, like
I do need to clarify this, because for the other two podcaster guests in our call, Zeez just goes way too hard when it comes to like new Fire Emblem games. Like as soon as like I this is like a literal madman. Like only a madman would see the new Fire Emblem game or the new JRPG, open the new JRPG and be like, oh, there's a normal, a hard, and then like I'm going to rip my kidneys out difficulty, and Zeez is like, yes, my kidneys.
Yeah, I don't need my kidneys, bro.
Zeez is literally that person who immediately, like, if you see the hardest difficulty or the highest, like, spiciest, like, pepper, they're going for the highest, like, Scoville, and I'm just sitting over here like, I could, but dude, that just seems like pain.
Nobody wants to watch normal mode. Everybody wants to see hard mode. You gotta go on the highest difficulty, bro, or else it's not good for the content.
Dude, Fire Emblem Nuzlocke, when?
People actually do that. They're called Ironmans. When you lose a unit, they're dead forever. And you can't save the game.
Oh, that's actually a thing?
It is, yeah, it's a thing. And if you lose all your characters, game over, or the main character dies.
You gotta be one of the first 10 people to ever complete an Iron Man in the highest difficulty when a new Fire Emblem game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's what gets the content. People actually do blind Iron Man runs as well. I don't do that, but I could.
Like they blindfold themselves?
No, blind isn't like they haven't played the game
blind
first.
going into the game. Like they
they haven't played the game at all. But if their characters die, they just leave them dead, and half the time they just end up resetting.
I do think that Zeez has just an insane amount of pain tolerance for difficulties when it comes to games, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, wow. Like,
it's the gamer in me.
I mean, yeah.
Zeez
is pretty competitive when it comes to games too. Like think of how he plays Smash and stuff, So
yeah,
that's true.
Makes sense.
I would definitely still recommend, people try it out and see what difficulty suits them best. You can probably easily tell, after a couple of chapters or like a couple of battles, you can probably easily tell if you need to make it easier or make it harder. It's kind of the same thing with spice tolerance, Sometimes the meal is mid, and you just need some hot sauce to make it yum.
So this is a question that I started thinking about. But what exactly qualifies as a JRPG to you guys?
I mean, it stands for Japanese role-playing game, so I guess any like turn-based, anything that's like somewhat turn-based and also made in Japan. But at the same time, like...
Okay, so it does have to be turn-based. It doesn't count if it's not turn-based.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because the Final Fantasy has like it's like there's hybrid systems as well, where it's like they have a hybrid like beat 'em up and RPG kind of style, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where you can go in and fight, like you press the button to fight, but then once you have like a bunch of like magic charged up, then you can like do a turn-based like magic thing. So it's like a hybrid, It's definitely evolved over time, but like classic JRPGs are like the turn-based stuff, like you have a team or like one thing, and they take turns going in order. Like you attack, then your enemy attacks, and then you just keep going back and forth. But I think the biggest reason why I said like other games like Final Fantasy VII, Persona 5, and Dragon Quest, those games are so good because even if you're struggling in the game, all you have to do is just grind out, beat up a bunch of like default enemies, and the boss will just be easier, right? If you ever get stuck, just go and grind. That's why it's so easy for like newcomers, because like obviously people don't always want to grind, but like if you play on the lowest difficulty and you grind up, you're never gonna struggle in the game. So that's why I think they're good entry points. Whereas other games are just like harder because you actually have to strategize.
Actually, I just thought of the perfect JRPG that you could try out, Race Car 67.
What is that?
Have you ever heard of a game called Miitopia?
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Are you serious?
Miitopia is an interesting one, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a very goofy one. It kind of auto-plays itself, and you kind of just watch it happen. It's really weird. the game kind of plays itself. You only really control one character while your teammates just kind of go crazy. And it's really just like a silly experience. I won't really get into it in depth to save time, but it's definitely fun.
Talking about
only on Switch though. So
talking about you being such a pro gamer, Zeez, how good are you at Identity V?
Yeah, I guess that channel. I've kind of revealed that was a secret 9th channel. It's been popping off recently.
Last episode.
I know, but I feel like just to kind of give a short update, it's sitting at around 2,000 subscribers as of recording right now, so that's pretty cool. And as for my skill level, I'm still pretty bad. I'd say I'm like a mid-level player, probably like a low mid-level player. Like I'm definitely learning more and more, like the more I play it. But like if you compare me to a pro, I'm like nothing. But I'm definitely not like a beginner, right? I know like strategies. I know how to deal with stuff in the game. So I'd say like I'm good enough to pull my own weight, but I could definitely be a lot better. But again, I'm still somewhat new.
Yeah, so I'm asking that because like, I don't know, you tend to take games obviously very seriously. We were talking about earlier. And is there like ranked servers, or are you just joining with randoms every time?
There's like different modes in the game. There's like a quick match mode and there's like a ranked mode. And I play on both. You know, you practice on the quick ones and then you play on ranked to like really get the true experience. So that's kind of how it works. And like the higher, there's like tiers in ranks. So there's like tier 1, tier 2, and like the higher you go up, the more difficult, the more difficult people will be going up against. But if you play as like a survivor, which you're on like a team with, that means your teammates will also get better. So it's pretty cool that like you get better alongside your teammates as well. So you're not playing with like people who don't know what they're doing. It's pretty interesting, honestly. It's pretty interesting.
Do you ever play the Hunter?
Yeah, I've actually played him. I played the Hunter a little bit more recently, and they're really hard. The game is definitely a survivor-sided game because like survivors just have so many different abilities that you just have to learn, and you know, with the fact that like with a really solid team that's communicating well, they can just definitely outwit the Hunter so many times. Cause it's a 1v4. Like obviously the Hunter has more abilities than the survivors, but they're still one person. So when a Hunter makes a mistake, it's like 4 times as worse as when a survivor makes a mistake, for example. And the game is all about like, you know, getting the quickest down if you're the Hunter, like getting a survivor killed. And for the survivors, they have to like decode ciphers. And once all the ciphers are decoded, they can get out of this map. That's kind of their goal, is to escape. So it's like you kind of have to like rush on both sides. So it's really just action-paced and fun, but playing as a Hunter is also just really, really fun. It's just, I feel like it's a lot more stressful, and not as many people do it because there's just so much stuff to learn and have to deal with, and when you make a mistake, it practically costs you the game. But it's also really fun as well.
Are there pro Hunters?
Pro Hunters?
Yeah, because you're making like reaction videos to pro players. Are there pro Hunters?
Yeah, there definitely are. There are tournaments where there's like teams that go in, and they usually have like, you know, 6 to 8 members. They usually have like 6 people who play the survivor characters and 2 people who play the Hunter characters, and their Hunters go crazy, right? Like the better you are at like avoiding the Hunter, like the harder it makes it for the Hunter. But the Hunter can also like have a bunch of game experience, and a lot of the time it's just like waiting for the person to mess up or commit. And it's just like mind games upon mind games, and it's so fun to watch at top level because they've ironed out all their strategies, they've ironed out all their skills and abilities, and they all know what they're doing. And just watching it unfold is just really, really fascinating to watch at top level.
Very cool. All right, that's pretty much all I have to ask about Identity V. If you want to talk about a little bit more, we were having a really interesting conversation about the channel like right before we started talking. I forget what was it everything we were saying. It was like.
About the monetization on it, or?
Yeah. Kind of about the monetization, just how quickly it's grown up in views in comparison to.
Right. Yeah.
Let's say this channel, right?
Yeah. No. This channel. To give you a quick analytics breakdown for like YouTube stuff, since we got to talk about YouTube. You know how it is, guys. Yeah. I uploaded the first video on that channel on, I believe, September 30th on the new Identity V channel. And this channel's been up for like, what, a year, I think? I don't know. It's been a while, right? And the channel is already in review to be monetized, and will probably be monetized by next week. And this channel is not even close to being monetized. I still need like 1,800 watch hours, and then I can submit for monetization.
That's crazy, man. It's just crazy that the growth and the fact that you're already in monetization eligible, and kind of what we were talking about is like, the watch time of these videos because they're pretty long videos and people seem to be watching really far through them.
They are. And actually, a fun fact, this channel has been the fastest channel to monetize. It was faster than Zeez D2.
That's
if
awesome.
You believe it or not.
That's actually incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it also is because there was like more videos at the time. But Zeez D2, I think, took like 2 months, maybe like a month and a half. This one's gonna take like just under a month, I'm pretty sure. Whereas the gaming channel took like 2 years.
What do you think the ceiling is going to be on this channel versus like Zeez G2?
For like views or subscribers, it's definitely much lower. It's like a
subscribers.
Niche, right?
Yeah, it is much more of a niche thing, but it's growing a lot more quickly. So.
I think I'm gonna hit a ceiling, like a small ceiling, pretty soon. Probably like around 5K. But I think like as the game like just goes on, there's gonna be more and more people who play, more people drop off. So I'd say I think like 30K is going to be like around like my peak. If like, let's say like a year from now, I feel like the channel is going to be like at 30K. If it like continues to grow as it is. And the views will probably sit around like, anywhere between 1,000 to 8,000 views on average. So yeah, probably somewhere around there. And if it keeps up, I could probably make like $1,000 a month off the channel, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
If it continues growing, so yeah.
One thing that you're talking about, I remember one of the best ways of getting ad revenue, you kind of said it's like legacy views for like legacy videos. I bet if you did, since players tend to cycle in and out of this game, I bet if you made a series of tips and tricks videos, like tips and tricks for like first time players, tips and tricks for hunters, first time hunters, first time survivors.
I actually do have a few like tips and tricks videos that I would think about wanting to do because I could make it faster. And there are some, like I watched a bunch of those when I was first got into the game as well to learn. And there are some tips and tricks that I've watched from, competitive places. I've watched so many of them. And I could definitely make like one of those videos. Probably not yet, but, in a couple months, I feel like I might have enough experience to do so.
Yeah, because those would get legacy views in terms of like, because the first thing people do when they start a new game is try to find out how to play it,
Yeah, the tutorials. And I think another thing that I was doing is I think I talked about this on the last time where I watched like cringy ads from it because it's a mobile game, right? So they did make cringy ads, cringy ads that are just on YouTube all the time. The Identity 5 has like 100 of them, so I made a short video going over that. And I feel like that's like a good legacy video, right? Because that's always going to be up. Whereas like if I do like I've been doing videos on like the recent Halloween event. That's only relevant now, right? So people are gonna watch that now.
Exactly.
But the cringy ads video, people are gonna always want to see in the future because it's like, haha, funny cringy ads. These are so funny and awesome, and cringe. But yeah, no, I'm just happy with the growth on that channel, and I hope to keep it up. I did want to transition topics here real quick if we're done with this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You had something written down here. I actually want to discuss it. The Amazing Digital Circus.
Yeah. I just kind of said I didn't say enough good things about it. I think the last episode. I think I was like I didn't like when I wrote down that topic. It was like a very last minute sort of thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that's like relevant for people who watch this show. But yeah, just in terms of like going back through and like, I don't know. My favorite thing is like just the expressiveness of every character. Like I didn't say enough like good things in terms of like definitely the visuals. Like I just can't get over enough. Like sometimes looking at some scenes and like just how the characters move and talk and interact is just so cool. I don't know. That was like, I guess I didn't emphasize that enough in my opinion, but I know that you made a video on it, which is also like a cool little segue we could talk about.
Yeah, I did make a Zeez D2 video on it. So if you want to hear my thoughts in more detail, you can go watch that video. I'll probably link it in the description or something. Something that I didn't really talk about in that video is that they are really, really good at marketing this team. Like these characters, not only are they like they fun, but they're super marketable. Like, that the rabbit, the Jax guy, he was like made to be marketable. You know what I mean? He's got like a marketable character, an extreme. Same with
he's the jerk character that people laugh at, and in terms of personality, and then he has like a really simple face that's like.
Yeah, he's like iconic, easy to draw. Very, very silly personality. People love that character, dude. I think the main character, the Jester Pomni or whatever, she's also pretty marketable because it's like the anxiety, like, oh, I'm so scared kind of character. Like people love those types of characters, dude. Like those are the two characters that I think have been like the most marketable. Same with like the teeth guy. I think his name is Kane.
Yes.
Yeah, those characters, they're just like extremely marketable characters, so they know what they're doing. when they're making characters that aren't only fun but like extremely marketable at the same time, with not just their designs but their personalities as well. I don't know. It's just something I noticed I thought was interesting, and I'm really excited to see more of it. It's already passed their Murder Drones pilot in views. Funnily enough, episode 1 of Murder Drones has less views now than the Amazing Digital Circus, despite Murder Drones being up for like 2 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Digital Circus.
Yeah, and Digital Circus just came out recently. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty amazing, as you say.
The only thing that sucks about this show is the amount of, once you watch it, the amount of cringe content that you get bombarded with.
Oh yeah.
The amount of which amazing what is your favorite Amazing Digital Circus character say about you? It's like, if it's
personality
you're
test
normal.
yet?
You're normal.
Yeah.
Kane,
It's like you take a
you're
quiz.
normal. These are all marketable to a very general audience. You're not. There's nothing special about them.
I know what you mean.
Pomni getting anxious and scared. She's the what is it called? The straight man.
The straight man.
Whatever,
straight man. Yeah, straight man.
Yeah,
Character.
you know, when they get introduced to a world, she's supposed to be the viewer's reaction to the situation.
The audience surrogate. Yeah, audience surrogate.
Yep.
So I would say you're unique if you like Kane a lot. I'll say that. You must really like game shows, but
yeah. No, I honestly, my favorite character, is probably the Rabbit Jax, but I think Kane is probably my second favorite. He's just so fun. I feel like he's the type of character that I would like making, right? Where he's just completely insane, wacky, and just dumb. Just dumb. You just look at him, he's like, that's a dumb character.
We talked about your writing process on this video.
He's the type of character I love writing, because he's just stupid and dumb and silly and fun, and I love him. But to actually, to transition again from Amazing Digital Circus, sorry, I haven't got too much to talk about with these other two. They've just been kind of sitting off for a minute. Guys, do you want to do some Would You Rather questions?
Oh, sure.
What about you, the little rookie? It's been 10 minutes since you said anything.
Yeah, Quantum Beginner. Let's go. Go.
He fell asleep.
He's actually falling asleep.
He's in a quilt blanket right now. It's nice and warm.
I was thinking about falling asleep.
Blanket.
All right, I'm getting all these. There's
just that.
So I'm not coming up with these myself, but I went on parade.com or whatever, and they have 250 Would You Rather questions, and most of them are really boring and cringe, and a lot of them weirdly talk about celebrities. So I'm gonna ignore all those. I'm gonna try and find a good one here.
Yeah, celebrities are cringe. So let's go.
Here's a good one. Actually, this one's actually kind of
fun.
Owen
Wilson, okay, guys, don't say that.
Yeah, Owen Wilson, Lightning McSwoosh. All right, here's a good one. Would you rather live in a treehouse or in a cave?
Probably treehouse.
Yeah, probably a treehouse. That sounds kind of neat.
No. Hold on, we're talking about let's think about prep time and resources. A cave, right? A treehouse. If you don't have the proper resources, the tree's not very good. Any sort of storm, you're exposed to a lot of elements. A cave is significantly more structurally sound. It's not gonna be as aesthetic or as fun, but it's gonna be more reliable.
Dead. If there's an earthquake, you're dead.
Dead? Well,
if there's an earthquake,
I think that's less of an issue than high winds.
I know. Okay, you know
high winds occur a lot more often.
I think what we should consider here.
Convenience, I think. I don't know. I can't live in a cave. It just seems like there's no light at all. It's damp.
Yeah.
There's it's in the earth. I don't know.
I think we have to consider comfort. Let's not consider any natural disasters, right? Let's consider just what would be more comfortable or interesting. Let's not consider dangers or something.
Oh, then treehouse, definitely.
I think treehouse is definitely gotta be the way to go, especially if you're high up. The higher up you are, the more interesting the view you have as well. The cave would definitely be interesting, but there's also lots of bats in caves, and you're not really supposed to disturb bats, and they also poop a lot, so you'll get pooped on.
That poop is actually really toxic, so you probably shouldn't be in a cave. You'll get COVID-24 or something if you go into a cave.
But you can also
Starter,
revive.
If
you find a bat cave, you can also make revival fluid to turn people back from stone. Anyway, guys, you should watch Dr. Stone. That's literally what they do.
I'm just deadly curious, man. Tiny Starter, what would you rather live in?
Tiny Starter.
I feel like he's a treehouse person. Yo, come on.
It broke him. No, it broke him.
I think I'm more of a... okay. So I think I'm more of a cave person, honestly. The tree is quite nice, but when I'm trying to go to bed... I think I'd rather be in a dark area rather than a place that is kind of exposed. The light,
the treehouse
is going to be dark.
The treehouse, you can just close a window in the treehouse and bam,
I mean,
dark.
here's the thing, right? So the would you rather?
Oh wait, yeah, it would be constantly swaying.
I think the would you rather kind of has like two postulations here. Like one is that the treehouse is a house. Like the treehouse, literally, you have two options. You have the cave or you have a treehouse, and like with the treehouse option, you are guaranteed to have like a house, right? The tree comes with a house, while the cave doesn't necessarily come with a house either. So, like, if we were going just like solely off of the prompt, probably the treehouse would be the best. But I mean, think about like you're up there in the tree line, like you're constantly swaying back and forth. If it's a very small tree, then you can't really guarantee your own safety, you know. If I was if I was in a cave, I'd probably be lower to the ground, less potential energy, you know.
Less potential energy.
Oh my god.
So like I think like cave is probably pretty safe. I mean, I used to live in a basement.
I actually understand this.
So,
Think about this. Things you do every single day. If it's like dangerous to get in and out of your house, the risk potential is higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but guess what? If a rock falls on you, dead.
I mean,
I think most
absolutely,
caves are like stable enough. I mean,
the other thing, you don't know what animals are in those caves. You don't know what's in those caves. There could be insects that would bite you. Spiders would be crazy.
I'll kill them. It's fine. There's gonna be a fire going.
There's so many. It's a cave. You can't see all of them.
Yeah, you can.
You're also gonna get
Just
insects and bugs in a treehouse as well. I mean,
yeah, but you're not gonna get bats.
You could.
Okay, you can get one bat. Oh, one bat. You know how many bats are in a cave? Like thousands of bats. You also know what's in the cave?
Well, I'll just keep waking them up when they want to leave. I'll be like, guys, go
blind
away.
Fish. There'll be blind fish in a cave. There could be water in a cave.
Water is important. Yeah, resource is important. I'm kind of a cave guy.
Racecar did bring up a good point that the tree would be constantly swaying, and therefore I would get sick.
Well, it doesn't have to. There are tree houses that are just stable enough where it's like, if it's somewhat low to the ground, it is not going to sway at all. It doesn't matter if there's wind or not. It's built into the trunk of the tree.
You make a fair point, but I'm getting in that cave.
All right, you know what? Let's move on. Let's find a different question. Here's a very good one. Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
A zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, probably the zombie apocalypse. Yeah.
Robots would be like way smarter and way more strong.
Well, they would also be constantly adapting to you.
Absolutely.
Weirdly enough, I would honestly choose the bots.
What?
Because
really?
Here's the thing. The thing is, like, if I'm in like a group of people, I don't want them to experience the sadness of seeing me turn into a zombie when I inevitably get bitten first, and then me go after them, because I don't want my body to be the one to kill my friends. You know, like if I'm gonna die, like just let me die to a bot laser, and then I'll just be dead. You know, I feel like that's much better than having like my corpse chase after friends and potentially kill them.
So I would agree with you, Zeez, but last weekend when I went to Great America with Emmy, the zombies were like breakdancing and it looked pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, the breakdancing zombies.
You're right. You know what? You convinced me. I'm on Team Zombo. I joined Team Zombo. Forget about it. Who cares if I die? I'm on Team Zombo.
I want to do a zombie apocalypse just so I can turn into a zombie. I mean, think about this. You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Yeah, and you get to do cool breakdancing.
Yeah, that's true. You get breakdance. Okay, you know what? Yeah, Team Zombo. Team Zombo. Forget Team Bot. I'm on Team Zombo. All right, wow, that's a unanimous decision on Team Zombo. That's crazy.
All right, the Council of Zeez has decided.
Okay, this one
less than average size tutorial.
I think zombies is probably the way to go. I mean, bots are going to like outthink you, kind of thing. You can definitely outsmart a zombie for sure.
I mean, I hope you can.
They're dumb and they have bad stamina. They can't do anything.
Like, the thing is that their body is already rotting, so it's likely that you'll be able to outrun, like, their rotting corpse flesh.
I mean, the really only big thing about zombies is numbers, really.
Numbers, and if you get pincered in, like, a small... If you get, like, trapped, you can get trapped pretty easily because there's so many. If you get trapped, it's GG's. But if you're, like, if you're trying to outrun, you can definitely outrun a zombo.
I think a zombie apocalypse would probably be more manageable than, like, our internet getting taken over by bots. A Terminator situation is pretty bad.
All right, we're all on Team Zombo. Let's go. What team would you be on? Answer in the comments below.
Team Magma, obviously. We need more land.
No, Team Aqua, bro. We can explore the sea. Whatever.
Are you kidding me? We're just gonna drown it? Would you rather? Okay, here's the real one.
Drown.
Would you rather Team Magma or Team Aqua right now?
Bro, it's Team Aqua. I get Kyogre. That's all I need.
Team Magma. What? Team
no,
Magma.
it's not Team Aqua.
It's a Pokemon thing. It's a Pokemon thing.
The best way I can explain this, right? The two options,
Team Aqua
right?
is
Team
so
Magma.
dumb.
Let me explain the two options for the people who aren't gamers. All right, so Team Magma, their like goal in the Pokemon games was basically we want to create more land mass so that people would have like more continents and stuff, continental area. And then Team Aqua was like, let's create more seas and oceans by drowning like parts of the continents, and so that you could have like more wildlife or whatever underneath the sea. That's basically the two teams. Now you guys can do the would you rather.
Magma. That sounds cooler.
Bro, Aqua, you get Kyogre. That's my only reason. Because you get Kyogre.
No, like this is the thing, right? I totally think it's Team Magma.
You're not
like,
being practical.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do I want thousands of people to die, or do I want a cool fish? I want the cool fish.
People are going to die, and you're gonna get a cool fish. Is what I'm trying to say. Like when
you were just a second ago talking about how sad you'd be if you killed people as a zombie and all this kind of stuff. Now you're like, oh, a bunch of people die for this.
No, but here's
fish.
the thing. It doesn't matter because here's the thing, right? I get a cool fish. That's okay. But if I was on Team Zombo, I don't get a cool fish.
If I'm Team Zombie said like a cool fish.
I mean, you get like a zombie fish.
The thing is not really people dying is your issue. It's the lack of fish.
It's the lack of a cool fish. Kyogre's cool, bro.
Team
How
Magma
cool is this
creates
fish? Can you
more
send me a
land
picture?
mass, right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll post a picture of him so you can see him. He's pretty cool. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. He's just like a big fish whale.
I think he's not looking cool.
You don't think he's cool? Here, I'll post a picture.
I don't know.
That's what he looks like. Isn't he cool?
So he kind of looks like a
He's
like a
big,
cross
too.
between an airplane.
Well, I don't know. You gotta post the other one too.
Oh, the land one. Okay, hold on.
Yeah. You gotta. That's not fair. You gotta post both of them. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
He's a dinosaur.
Lots of
He's
beginners
like
on it.
Yeah, he's got He's got like a red dinosaur. Whereas this is like a blue, awesome whalefish thing.
I don't know. Red Dino seems pretty cool too.
So by me voting Team Magma, I'm getting the lizard thing.
Yeah, you're getting that. You're getting that chump.
Oh, that's gross. I'm gonna go with Team Agua.
Yeah, baby,
No!
let's go.
No, I'm saying not. I'm not saying the Pokemon that they have. I'm saying their philosophy.
No,
do you want more land
I believe
mass?
in the Team Magma philosophy.
Do you want more land mass, or do you want the world to drown?
No, bro. We go for Kyogre. We want the fish.
You want more fish, but there's to be like less land mass to work with.
I feel like that fish should be scaled up, and then we should use it in place of commercial airlines. So you just fly inside the fish.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
All right. You know what? I'm choosing the fish side. I think I'm moving on. I have a good question that I think we're all going to unanimously agree on. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Lose the ability to read.
So either become mute or like very dyslexic. Let's see.
I choose lose to speak. I can just learn ASL. Who cares? I want to still be able to read things. You read things every day.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I was thinking about it from like hey, what is the most convenient thing that I guess I read more than I speak. Like
I read too much.
I mean, here's the thing.
This is.
I'd be out of a job if I lost the ability to speak. I'd be out of a job.
You probably wouldn't.
You can start an ASL channel, dude.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair, but I'd have to.
No. We need just train an AI voice of yourself, and then use text to speech.
Ew.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you mean?
What's that YouTuber that did that recently?
Was there one who did that?
Yeah, he like made entirely AI content. He was like a reaction YouTuber, but he started making entire videos out of AI, like an AI image of himself. He wouldn't even make they would come up with all the reactions to everything he was looking at, and it was
what?
This whole thing.
I feel like I heard about that, but I'm not entirely sure who that was. I'm sure like more. I'm sure more stuff is gonna come out like that. Every time I like take a look at just trying to people that are like advice for new creators, so many people just say use AI. I'm just like stop promoting people to use AI for beginner creators. Let them create what they want. Stop being like, use this AI and you'll get a bajillion kajillion views. You'll be more popular than Mr. Beast.
Do you think that So you know how Mr. Beast has all those different languages?
Yeah.
Does he have an ASL? Like a little a sign language interpreter.
Why would he need it when
he?
Well, here's the thing. Why would he need that when people who have ASL, they can just read?
Oh, they just look at subtitles.
Yeah, just look at subtitles. Yeah, exactly. You think they have no? Right. What they should have is they should have an AI Mr. Beast doing ASL in the corner of the video. That's what he should have. An AI green screen Mr. Beast in the corner of the video. I think that would be great.
Well, no, what would be it? Well, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Would there be any other?
I'm just memeing.
No. I was just thinking I was thinking to myself, is there a Braille version? But then they could just hear it, so it was just like,
they could just listen to the video.
Digital Braille, bro. When's the digital Braille coming out? Yo, when's Braille 2 coming out?
Well,
Braille's so good. Where's Braille 2?
They can have descriptive audio. I know people there's the descriptive audio versions of movies where they say what's happening in the movie because you can't see it.
Right, yeah.
Descriptive audio, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast
Chandler gets on inside of a Lamborghini. Chandler's driving the Lamborghini through a tunnel.
And then the train comes. Oh no, what will Chandler do?
And the train comes up and then the animators make it a big explosion.
Chandler says he's hungry and then he drives to McDonald's and talks about how he was almost murdered by a train. Wasn't that so funny, guys? Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Mr. Beast! Oh, Mr. Beast!
Dude, I like the emotional Mr. Beast.
He's so good. Dude, he actually, you know what's funny about that song? I think it was sung, either he commissioned somebody or it was sung by one of his friends. And it was back when he was still called Mr. Beast 6000, and he still uses that same theme song. I think that's really cool.
It's branding, man.
Yeah, the branding from so long ago, and he's still sticking with it. I like that. It's cool. Subscribe if you want a cookie.
What?
That's one of his mottos. Subscribe if you want a cookie.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Do you want Emmy? Do you want a cookie? Do you want a cookie?
Yeah, I'll go subscribe to Mr. Beast. Let's
go subscribe to Mr. Beast. Get a cookie.
Hey, that's actually a podcast. Wait, are we still Would You Rathering?
We can transition more to Mr. Beast later. I still have a couple more Would You Rathers.
Mr. Beast
we'll go back to it.
Literally every time in these podcasts. It's like the Mr. Beast segment.
All right, this is the official Mr. Beast segment now, even though it started a while ago. All right, so I actually have I said Zeez is right, Mr. Beast is interesting. And this was a topic that was for me for last episode. But no, I was, one of the things that really impressed me, learning about him is I've literally said this to you guys 4 times, but I never said it on the show. Just the whole figuring out one of the main reasons for Feastables existing is because his videos get more views than the Super Bowl do, right? Twice the Super Bowl.
Briefly describe Feastables, so people know what it is.
Okay, so Feastables is his snack brand. So typically, you've chocolate. So I remember at Little Rokie said that he had the D's Nuts bar, for example.
True.
And then I think he has other candies, right? Or other kind of snacks.
I'm not entirely sure. I mainly just know about the chocolate. That's his biggest thing, is the chocolate.
Right, his biggest thing is the chocolate.
They have a gummy line.
Yeah, they have
gummy.
gummies.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Because it's supposed to be a bunch of different snacks eventually.
Right, yeah. Feast. You gotta have a feast. Feast with the beast.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially, though, going out of Feastables there, part of the reasons for wanting to create it was, again, so he gets more views than the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl charges a ridiculous amount for anyone that wants to advertise on it, right? So the premiums to advertise on the Mr. Beast video got higher and higher to the point where, even basically every mainstream advertiser on YouTube couldn't afford to be on a Mr. Beast video. And because they couldn't afford it and he needs to make money, well, he realized, okay, there's a massive marketing, hole
potential here,
right?
Yeah.
It's huge marketing potential, utterly massive. So if I just create the thing that I need to market, it's going to attract more people. And instead of I put an advertisement, they give me so much money. I'm not getting money from someone advertising me, but I get all the money from running that business, right? So
yeah, and also just the brand recognizability is just insane. It's just genius marketing. And he's actually been having a really good time working on Feastables too. I think on a couple podcasts, he's been saying that he just dedicates like a lot of time every single day to like making Feastables also like the best chocolate company or whatever, like snack company. Like it's insane how he's like managing YouTube and like running this company as well. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, one thing that's really going to help him a lot. He was talking about how Walmart and other kind of big box stores, they do like an inventory review at the end of each year to understand like how much shelf space that every brand gets to take up. And it happens once a year. That Feastables has been growing so rapidly that they sell out so quickly on every shelf they're at. That they need like way more shelf space. So once that comes in, I'm sure it's going to be even more profitable because you're going to be able to keep some on the shelves for longer.
Yeah, another thing was Mr. Beast also like had another thing to like even promote it even more was he put a QR code, I think, or something on the back of like a Feastables bar and was like, hey, buy a Feastables bar and you can watch a secret video that we made. And it's like you can only watch it if you buy the Feastables or whatever. And it's like that's just more branding, dude. That's just more marketing, more branding is like here's exclusivity and more content just for buying a chocolate bar. But it's like think of how many people watch that. Member. Yeah, except you get like a reward. It's like a double reward. It's like you get a free. It's like you get to watch a new Mr. Beast video that no one else gets to watch if you buy this chocolate bar, and you get a good chocolate bar. Do you get that when you get Hershey's? No, you just get a chocolate bar.
Well, then you get a bad chocolate bar.
Well, I mean, I think Hershey's okay. Mr. Beast isn't like
it's terrible.
Oh yeah, I know what. Hold on. If we're talking about Mr. Beast here, Mr. Beast, give us $1,000. Feastables are 1,000 times better than Hershey's. There you go. Now give us $1,000.
Well, I can personally review the Mr. Beast chocolate bar. I'm kind of like a chocolate enthusiast. I was actually having some.
Really? I thought you were more of the ramen enthusiast. Well, hold on. When's the chocolate bar tier list coming? You have,
I mean, like...
You have ramen tier list, you have fork tier list. Now when's the chocolate tier list?
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not making this one.
Start making apology videos for not making these.
Yeah, dude. Where's the apology videos at?
No, but yeah, I can... I mean, I'm honestly interested in trying one of Mr. Beast's chocolate bars. Have you guys tried one yet? Or
I have, yeah. I've only tried like the basic one.
Nuts did.
The little nuts. That's not even close. What the heck? I mean, what do you think?
Hold on. D's Nuts bar.
What about you, the little rookie? What would you say? Do you think it's better than Hershey's, the Mr. Beast bar? Bro?
We broke his brain again.
Did he fall asleep? Yo!
That would be so funny. No!
Wake up!
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I think he's dead.
This is what chronic sleep deprivation does to you, everyone.
I think he might have actually fallen asleep. He might have actually fallen asleep. I don't actually know.
Man, my audio's gonna be cursed when you see this. I just knocked on the mic. You guys probably hear that.
No. That just adds to the comedy. That adds to the comedy. He fell asleep, knocked over your mic.
It's three and a half cast. Here we go. He's still here in spirit, but I think he fell asleep.
We're influencing his dreams right now. He's dreaming of the podcast.
You will subscribe. You will like the video.
Hey, everyone, subscribe and see what happens to the little rookie.
If you buy a Zeez bar, you can just scan a QR code that reveals what happened to the little rookie.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, that'd be so funny. All right. Well, if the little rookie's asleep...
down a person.
It's so funny, actually. Are we good on Mr. Beast?
I'm just going to say that a Zeez bar is a great brand name. You should make a Zeez bar immediately.
I don't even know how to make chocolate. What am I supposed to do? Where do I go? How do I make a bar and make it exclusive to me and also...
I don't know.
What do I do?
I just think it'd be kind of cool.
Well, I'd have to find a place that doesn't exploit workers. Then I'd have to be like, hey, can you make a chocolate that tastes good and is also like exclusive and doesn't taste like any other chocolate bar, but also don't exploit the workers and also make it cheap so everybody can buy it? Like, bro, I don't even know where to start.
It's stretch goal. We'll make it happen.
Stretch goal? What do you mean stretch goal?
We'll make it happen. We need to make it happen once you're a huge YouTuber.
Okay, but when do I do it, huh? At what amount of subscribers?
10.
10. Just 10.
10 subscribers, and I start my own chocolate brand. Yeah, okay. You heard it here first, guys. Get me to 10 subs, and I'll start the chocolate brand. Zeez bar coming your way.
We just need 10 more subs, guys. Just 10 more.
As if I have 0 right now. Here's what I think.
I think you have zero. We're not even subscribed.
Here's what I think. I think while Little Rookie's asleep, I think once we get the Little Rookie to 100,000 subscribers, then I'll start the Zeez bar.
Yeah, the Zeez bar isn't indicative of your success. You could be at like less subscribers you are right now, but if Little Rookie gets to 100,000,
100,000, guarantee. I'll even, you know what? I'll make that a promise. I won't. Maybe not necessarily. I'll make a brand, but like if the Little Rookie ever starts a channel and he gets to 100,000 subscribers, I will make a Zeez bar. I will do it. That's my promise to you now. So wake up, the Little Rookie, get on the content grind. If you want that Zeez bar,
come on.
Is he even in the call?
He is.
Yeah, he's there.
He's in the call.
No. He just moved.
I just saw his thing, his Discord bubble light up.
Oh,
yeah,
snap.
he just bumped it. He just moved.
He might just be snoring.
No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
All right. Well, to move on.
This is the funniest forecast yet.
3.5 cast. 3.5 cast. To move on,
3.5 cast.
I have another would you rather question if you're not done with Mr. Beast.
Yeah, let's go.
I am kind of done with Mr. Beast, but there was a really good transition because we were talking about subscribers, and there's one thing I just wanted to ask you. It's not a very long conversation. After the ZVG2 video came out, like telling everyone to unsubscribe, you all suck. That's basically what you said. Right? Anyways, it seems like you went back up and you've passed the amount of subscribers again, so it really wasn't that successful, I guess.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of people saw that video and was like, well, I just don't want to unsubscribe because they're just like, oh, I like you, I want to support you, but I won't watch your videos because it's not Owl House or Amphibia. So it's just like, I mainly said to like unsubscribe because it would do better in the algorithm for me. But when I made like the Big City Greens video, that video got me like 150 subscribers, and just backlog is always getting you subscribers anyway. So I think I lost like around 300 subscribers from posting the video, and then I just gained them all back.
But you gained them all back.
Yeah. I mean, it only took like a week and a half. I guess. I just need to upload more on that channel. I've been thinking like too hard on like making like extremely quality videos where I just need to like make good quality videos and not like S tier for now. Cause like I've realized that cartoon community doesn't need to have like SS tier kind of videos. You only really need to have like A tier kind of videos to succeed. So I'm just trying to like figure out where to put my time, I guess.
I feel like the YouTube communities like each have different like kind of qualities that they're looking for. I think like the cartoon community needs like A tier videos and like timeliness. Like timeliness is very important for the cartoon community.
I think gaming is extremely hard to stay. I think gaming needs like S tier. It's so hard to stay down.
Gaming needs like in gaming you need S tier content, perfect timing. Like you need to, honestly you need to like be like one of those like people that like a game company would just send out the like pre-release copies to or something just for review or like review copies. And then you also need to be like a huge personality. And on top of that, it's just kind of luck. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If for gaming, if you don't focus on a very specific type of game, I feel like if you're just like a generalist, at that point, I feel like you need S tier videos. Like if you focus on one specific type of game, maybe you don't need S tier videos. Like if you don't...
No, yeah, you need like C tier, B tier videos. Like for the Identity 5 channel, right? Like those videos are probably like B tier, C tier, B tier. Because they're just gameplay videos with like, light editing to make it a little bit faster, cut out all the boring stuff.
I feel like for strategy games, it's
all in one, but it's only one game too, right? Like that channel would not pop off if I started uploading other gameplay on it. Like if I started uploading like Pokemon or whatever, it'd get like 2 views and it would tank the rest of the channel. But because I'm only uploading Identity 5, it's like, well, I know what I'm gonna get. All right, it's the branding, and the branding of that channel is good too. I've branded it around like a single character as well.
I'm gonna hack your secret channel, and I'm gonna start uploading Pokemon videos to it.
No, you gotta upload the raw material list.
Oh yeah, upload the.
Please, if you made the raw material list, it comes out of ZVG.
I'm just gonna put that on a freaking ZVG channel.
Listen, I would love if you hacked my ZWG3 channel and uploaded the raw material list. Honestly, imagine just like, I would honestly, here's what we should do. For an April Fool's prank, somebody, like one of you just make a video, I'll just upload it, it won't even be me. I won't even be in it at all. It'll just be like...
want me to make one of my like old style videos that
it'll just be like Emmy's raw material list, and I won't be in it at all. It'll just be Emmy's video, but it'll just be on my channel. And don't worry, I'll give you all the revenue, even though I don't make money on this channel.
It's okay. I don't really need any of the revenue. I have a job.
I should have by April of next year. This channel should be monetized. This channel will probably be monetized in 3 months. Maybe 4 months. Just a random estimate. If things keep going the way they are.
Well, if you keep doing the amazing S tier character analysis videos you've been doing recently, I think that in no time, really.
I mean, those don't really pop off too hard, but they get like 100 views.
No, I'm joking, but yeah. Go back to your would you rathers. What were the other ones you had selected?
Oh gosh, the page refreshed. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Would you rather run 100 miles? Run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 20 miles per hour? I think this is a free question. It's fly, right? It's easily fly.
Fly, definitely. Well, you have
20
so much more
20 miles an hour. 20 miles an hour is still so fast. That's still
20
so
miles per hour
fast.
is pretty fast. That's like sprinting, and you can go in any direction that you want. Well, you don't even have to take any running paths. You could just go up and then just go straight. I could go to Target without even biking. I could just be like, whoop.
Do you guys remember that scene from The Incredibles where, oh my god, Dash runs on the water?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool, so I'm gonna go with running.
I think you need to run faster than 100 miles per hour to make that possible.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't
Dash
even
did
matter.
It, and you're probably not going 100.
If you can fly, all you have to do is pretend to run on the water because you're flying, but you can just pretend to run on the water because you're just flying.
Yeah. You
can just already do it anyway. You just be a little slower.
Do you guys remember that scene where Dash was punching the bad guy really fast? That was cool.
Yeah, okay. I like how it all just comes back to Dash.
Well, yeah, but you can't move fast. You can just run fast.
Yeah, on the water. Like Dash.
Honestly, dude,
it's truly a one-track mind.
You know, actually, I just realized that reminded me. I actually went as Dash 1 year for Halloween. Oh my gosh! Since this is uploaded on the 25th, we should actually talk about Halloween a little bit, guys.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about Spooktober Halloween.
Spooked freaking Tober. Yeah, baby. So, did you guys ever do trick or treating
for Halloween in years? Well,
did you ever do trick or treating when you were younger?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the big question is, who did you go as? I want to know what characters you went as.
I'm gonna tell you like one really weird one I did.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh.
Okay, so this was back when there was like this Chilean mining accident, and they had to rescue all these people in the mine.
I remember that.
I
Yeah,
went as a Chilean miner.
What?
Like I got it was.
That's not
my
appropriate.
parents didn't
What?
give me a costume basically in time, so I got my dad's like work shirt and like a pair of jeans, and I got like boots
And a
on,
helmet?
and then I had like this like toy mining hat that I got at like Mammoth Cave National Park.
What?
I literally drew in colored pencil the Chile flag on the side of the hat.
No, dude,
This doesn't sound right.
that's not very
Yeah,
appropriate.
then I
I
was a
can't
Chilean
imagine.
miner. I was like, I
Oh
got
my
rescued
gosh, bro!
from
Oh
the
no,
mines.
that's actually kind of bad and sad. Oh gosh.
I know. I think it's funny.
Jeez, I do remember
That's
that.
me
Sure.
improving, bro.
That was
I
a
was
big
like
event.
9
I
or-
forgot about that.
I was probably like 10 when that happened. I don't know. I just improv'd it, bro.
You know, I know this isn't about Halloween, but that reminded me of a time when I was like around 9 or 10 when I heard of this story about a bunch of wild boars down in Texas. And this was when I was young. You know, I was like 8 or 9, so I was like, here's what I'll do. When I grow up, I'm going to beat up all the wild boars. I'll fight them with a sword, and I'll fight up all the wild boars, and I'll get paid a bunch of money for beating up the boars.
What?
It was just dumb. You know, like when you're a kid, you're stupid. So I'm just like, well, here's the thing. There's so many wild boars. What if I just, went out there with my sword and beat them all up, That
is a good thought.
I was just thinking about like freaking Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, where there's like wild pigs and you like.
Yeah, that's exactly where I got the idea from, because I probably played Wind Waker, and I was like, yo, what if I just beat up the wild pigs with my awesome sword? That's what I'll do. I'll go beat up all the pigs.
Like in the video game, they'll actually let me do it.
I mean, don't forget the fact that I'll just be slaughtering animals for a living. You know, just in cold blood, just to kill them. Not even like to eat them or anything. Just be like, yeah, let's go beat them up. Yeah, because there's too many of them.
Destroy boars. Oh, that's horrifying, honestly.
I know. I was like 8, and I was like, that's what I'll do when I grow up. I'll just kill all the boars.
I just a boar murderer. I want to be a boar murderer.
What do I grow up to be? You boar. I want to kill all the boars in Texas. That's my dream.
And you know what really sucks, guys? The fact that if the little Rookie was awake right now, we'd get the best Halloween stories you've ever heard in your life.
You're so right. You're so right.
He would give like an awkward chuckle. He would dodge this question.
100%.
Yeah, because he has so many great Halloween stories.
Yeah, they're too great. He has to keep them from us.
He has to keep them a secret. He can't let the world know. He's been on too many awesome missions. What else? What other kind of costumes or characters do you go as?
Trying very hard to remember. So this is actually a true story. So when I was in like 4th grade, I decided I was too old for Halloween. I was just like, I'm too old for Halloween.
In 4th grade?
Yeah, this is 4th grade. It's like, I'm too old for Halloween now. I'm too old for it. So I was just like, I just stopped.
That's not funny. That's sad. What the heck? I did trick-or-treating until I was 13, so I think that's like 6th grade. Yeah.
Also, like, most of my costumes were pretty bad, generic ones that we just got from the grocery store.
Really? You were just like, I'm wizard, I'm monster, I'm ghost.
I'm Chilean Minor.
Yeah.
Did you go with anything? Because like I was Scooby-Doo, I was Woody, I was Dash.
No.
I was Link. No, I was Harry Potter.
I think I went as like a devil one year or something. It was like
I went as the Prince of Sleeping Beauty.
Actually, this is why I was like, oh no, because I was just like, all those costumes were so cringe.
Yeah, I had a cat, a wizard. I'm trying to remember other ones.
Were you any characters? Were you any like characters?
Chilean Minor.
Well, also
Scream.
You were green?
Scream.
Oh, is that just like the guy with the mask?
Yeah, like his big old mouth.
Yeah. Were you any like cartoon or like, silly kid characters like Scooby-Doo or whatever? Shaggy?
No.
No? Really?
No.
Nothing? Oh my gosh. Bro, I already know the little Rookie would have been like, the coolest characters out there.
I was Deku from My Hero Academia like 10 years before he came out.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I came up with the character idea, and I got viral video went out, and then
a viral
the creators
saving a bunch of trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, and then the creator of My Hero Academia looked at that video. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to make that a character in my new anime."
Deku, not all boy. That'll be him. He'll be all boy. He'll want to be a hero.
They said, "Good boy, what is your name?" "I'm just a boy, all boy." I have nothing but all boy.
Oh gosh.
And that's how the name came to be, everyone.
Yeah, but that's how All Boy came to be, and they're like, All Boy needs a mentor. What about All Man?
All man. I am here. I am All Man.
And little Rookie looked at All Man for 1 minute and said his hair looks really delicious, and that's what they got All Man to do.
Oh gosh, dude. I swear, I feel like the little Rookie would also have been Mario. He takes me as a guy who would have been Mario. Maybe actually be Luigi.
Could have been.
He's gotta be like. Actually, I swear Luigi. He's gotta be. No,
he's like Luigi. He's Luigi. He's 100% Luigi.
I would have been Toad. If I would be a Market, I'd be Toad. I'd be a Toad.
As a kid, I would always have like the most generic costumes and everything. Mostly just because I just hated fashion as a kid. I think I've told Racecar this. I was just like, fashion is meaningless.
I thought the same thing for so long.
To make money for people. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, good sir. Tip your fedora to that.
No, don't do that. That fedora is a ploy. That was me as a kid. Obviously, I'm not like that anymore, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't actually dress up more. Actually, one of my friends actually had a Halloween party like yesterday, except I didn't see the message on Discord because they sent it out on Friday. and I just missed it. So
no, we could have had an awesome story time. It's fine. You know what? It's
we
fine.
could have. No, so what? It was so funny because one of my friends was like, I was walking out and I saw one of my friends also walking out. I was like, oh hey. He's like, oh, are you doing anything this weekend? I was like, no. And I should have suspected that there was a party because he asked me, but I was just like, no. And then later he said, oh, I just assumed you weren't going.
Sad.
Yeah.
So go on. What the heck, bro?
I guess I have a pretty interesting Halloween party story.
All right, let's hear it.
No, you actually. This is from 2 years ago. If you guys probably know about this, because I probably told both of you, right?
Yeah, actually, this is good. This is good. Actually, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna try to make it.
I know it's a long story, but yeah.
So I shouldn't have to PG-13 it, but I guess I will have to reference alcohol and stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, alcohol is a thing that most people know about. So.
Yeah, no way. Essentially, I knew one of the guys from the theme park engineering design club I was in, who was in a band at the time, and I had gone out and seen kind of some of their shows and like been to the house parties that they're involved in, and I'm like, all right, we had the perfect house to throw a huge concert at. So, we actually like had kind of larger-ish parties leading up to this, but nothing to this scale. This was we set up, so basically we set up 2 stages. I actually just uploaded this on YouTube. It's unlisted on my channel just to save memory, but I have a 7-minute video of like a bunch of footage from that. But we essentially set up 2 stages, an indoor and outdoor stage with a bunch of different acts. I think we got like 9 acts that whole night. It was pretty ridiculous. With like a pamphlet that went over like each show that was going on from like 7 p.m. all the way to like 3 a.m. Well, the 3 a.m. ones are going to be all indoors. Well, we're supposed to be. I'll get into the hijinks that ensue, I suppose. But yeah, the whole like week leading up to that, we took like everything off of the first floor and we like pushed it upstairs or into like hiding somewhere or into our rooms and stuff to make it everything like baby proof and unbreakable on the first floor. We then like set up the goal was for us was we were gonna try to make money off of this by running our own bar. So we bought like a bunch of stuff in bulk to make like jungle juice, and then had a mini fridge full of other beverages and stuff, right? And then obviously people they'd Venmo us, right, money. Oh yeah, we picked up like kegs and everything from the store. Yeah, so it was we had this whole setup. We figured like plotted it out on the kitchen. We set up shifts for all of us to do it at. We had other of our friends like help us out. So it was this whole massive thing. We're gonna set up the biggest party possible, mostly because like this was the perfect house to do it.
Can I ask how big your staff was?
We had a bunch of people from, I guess it was like, I'm not going to say the exact name of the organization, I suppose, but it was like the underground music club scene. So a lot of them, they ran all like the audio stuff. So it was kind of in coordination with them. And then for us at the bar, we had like 5 or 6 people we're going to split it all up with, right?
Oh, okay.
The profit from. And like our like we like invested like $400 worth of drinks to start out with, which seems like a lot, but we quickly made past 1,000. Like I'll go into that. But we had to use all the money we made for something else, which I'll get into. So, yeah, it actually went really well for the first while. We ended up having like, I kid you not, I think we had about 400 people come up.
That's a lot.
It was pretty insane. This is like a really like unique and weird thing because I'm pretty nerdy and a lot of people don't realize this. But yeah, we had about 400-ish people come in and out throughout the whole night because it was free admission, right? We kept everything open because we were trying to make money through the bar. And we did make a lot of money through the bar. In fact, we had to restock it. And during that process, all the outdoor acts were going to shut off at like 10:30 because curfew was 11. Well, obviously delays happened, and one of the bands was playing a longer set, so like we kind of let it go for a while, and then it was like 10:55-ish, and they weren't stopping, so we shut off all of their audio. For usually it's just for their mics that we'd control over. They were still playing through their own amps, and essentially they kept playing. I left the house, like I was like getting ready to start my time at the bar, so I was leaving the house. And they were still making noise at 11, and then the cop immediately showed up because they were circling around listening for parties. They do this all the time. They'll pretend like there's noise complaints and stuff, but the second like it hits like curfew and there's clearly still noise, they'll try to make like a noise citation or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they pull up, right? And so I have to run through the whole thing, like trying to get all my roommates together, like weaving through people, like in full panic mode. I forget, like I was like walking, I don't remember how it even happened, but I was like one of the first people that knew. So all my roommates came over. Of course, word got out that the cops showed up, so a bunch of people essentially started leaving en masse, and they broke down our fence. Like,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, the fence. I forgot about that.
Multiple sections of fencing were completely destroyed, mostly because the fencing of the house that I was at was actually in horrible condition, and they all were like leaving in a stampede out one entrance, and the whole entire fence collapsed, and they like ran over the fence because there's so many people back there, and so like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have like pictures and stuff of the aftermath of it. It's really interesting. So all that money we made, first off, we just got back doing another round of picking up like $400 worth of alcohol, right, to serve to people. And then that happened. So we used all the little bit of money we ended up saving that we basically all went towards the fence. So we had to buy like instant pour concrete. We rented out postal diggers. We got instant pour concrete. It was like immediately the very next day for cleanup, we had a whole crew come over and help us out with building a new section of fence, and management never knew. Actually, they probably figured it out when they saw a new fence, but they probably didn't care because it was way better than the fence they had before.
Yeah.
It was like, they decided to fix the fence. Oh.
Yeah. So we decided to fix the fence. Yeah, it was interesting.
But so what happened with the cops? How'd you resolve with the cops?
What's up? Oh, it was, I mean, like, just by being compliant, everyone was leaving. We told them that there'd be no more music and the party would be shut down, and they said, okay. And they saw that people were leaving and they left, right? So. Did
you still go on after that? Or, like, did you still go to, like, 3 a.m., or did you just end it right there?
No, we didn't. No, it was clear that we needed to get everyone out of there. I mean, it was just, like, it was over at that point. Plus, everyone was, like, leaving anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so the goal was, though, we had a guy who used to live in the house prior, who's also part of the underground music scene, who lived in the house before we lived in it, and he's a DJ, so he has like DJ equipment, and so he was going to be DJing throughout the night. So we had moved in our beer pong table, and we had it set up in our living room where the acoustic stage basically was. So our smaller acts were playing on the acoustic stage. And then we basically moved all the acoustic equipment over and set up this DJ booth that we were doing for like the last like hour. That was like another group of people we were doing with, right? Was getting this new stage set up. And then we were gonna close all the doors and stuff and not be like super, super loud, but we had all this lighting ready to go, everything for like running a DJ for like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. It was gonna be this whole thing. It was really interesting, like from a logistics perspective. Just like how excited a lot of people involved were. It was a lot of fun. It was very, very stressful. Very, very stressful. But I intentionally did it to like have the most unique experience possible. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you mentioned yourself, like, you know, you're a relatively nerdy person. What was it that like made you want to do this? Like, was it your idea, or was it like a friend's idea? Like, and you just kind of like went along with it, or like where did this even like kind of come from? I guess.
Yeah.
Just a growing love for live music, and then kind of meeting some people in the underground scene a little bit, and having that one friend that started a band kind of like introduced me to a lot of the acts around there. And I just thought like in general, like that scene was more interesting than like, a lot of the stuff that was going on in college. So I just kind of wanted to like have my slice of the pie, I suppose, like in terms of, I don't know, and my roommates all agreed to it, and they thought it was an interesting idea. And it, like, literally, we had the perfect place for it. So it had this massive, bigger backyard than nearly other house around there, totally fenced in, perfect place to set up a stage. You could have people go way out in the yard. We set up a little way to get up on, like, our roof for the garage so you could even watch from overhead. Like, it was awesome. It was so cool.
No, I mean, I obviously, like, I wasn't there. But, you know, you told me about this when you, like, a little after you did it, I think, or maybe, like, a few months after, and I was just, like, super surprised at the fact, because it's just, like, I could never imagine myself hosting, like, a party that big. Like, I'm bad at parties. Like, when we got together, like, a couple weeks ago, I was already, like, just kind of nervous enough with, like, that small amount of people. Imagining, like, 400 people in such a small area, like, I just don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah, but you don't need to... the thing is, like, you don't need to like talk to them. I don't know, like.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess it was just like again, my love for live music grown a lot, and I don't know how to play any instruments, and so I was like, well, we have a property that's like perfect for hosting concerts at. So that was like after that though, we were like just totally like, no more parties ever. Like we did another like show in the spring, which was fine. It was on a much smaller scale, and we learned our mistakes. Like we learned a lot of mistakes. So, yeah, it was just really stressful, but a lot of fun still. And yeah, I have that video, I guess, to document some of it. So.
Did you actually host that on Halloween night, or was this like close to Halloween?
Yes. Yeah, I think it. Well, what was that? It was the Saturday. I think Halloween was that Sunday, so it would have been the 30th. I'd have to look back on the calendar.
Well, it's still basically a Halloween party at that point.
Oh, no, it definitely was. It was literally Halloween weekend. I can't remember what the dates fell on. It looks like it was held on the 30th into the 31st. So
okay. No, I mean that. Yeah, I remember like when you first told me that, it was like really, really cool, and it definitely still is. Yeah, that's probably like the most interesting Halloween story that we would have, because I obviously I have just like, you know, like the costumes that I did growing up, but I guess I just always really enjoyed the vibes of Halloween. Like I know people are always like, haha, funny spooky month, funny skeletons, haha, funny, but I don't know. I've always just really enjoyed the type of vibe that happens around this time of year, the pumpkins, the spookiness, and how like everything is like in a nice, really, really cool fall color. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it besides just the vibes. I just really enjoy Halloween in this time of year. It just gets me in a really good mood, which I know you said is like kind of the opposite for you because you don't really like colder seasons.
Well, Halloween's still okay. It's still relatively
I think it's
warm
pretty.
in Halloween.
Yeah, I guess like
remember that one year
Halloween,
where it snowed on Halloween. That was interesting.
Yeah, I think the first.
Yeah, there was many times the first snow came on Halloween.
Yeah, the first snow of the year was on Halloween. I think that was for us in 2017 or something, if I remember correctly. Like it was 2017. The very first snow of the year was on Halloween. I remember because I was passing out candy and I was like, these poor kids, it's snowing out. They can't get the free candy.
But yeah, I think other Halloween topics, like I've like started to appreciate haunts more, not just like at amusement parks for one, but for two, like I've been looking up like a couple of things on YouTube and getting recommended because it's October is like haunted house tours, like people who set up haunts.
Have you guys ever been to a haunted house? I never have been. I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I've done a few kind of. So yeah, I think that they're pretty unique and cool. I guess I like being scared is kind of fun. I usually am like. I always suck at like usually like each time you do them, it's like you go in groups, right? So you have a party lead, and they're the only one with like any amount of light, if at all, right? And so when I did it before, when I led the party, it's been a long time since I've done a haunted house actually. But when I led the party, like I would get through the mazes really quickly because like my way of like getting through it was just like to go head first into every jump scare, right?
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. No, I think I did go to a haunted house when I was like super young, but I barely remember it. Another thing that I did a lot.
I went to one once.
Do you remember it all? I guess you don't.
No,
I think
really.
another thing around this time of year,
it was kind of forgettable.
I really
honestly, it wasn't as scary as. Well, I used to be kind of easily spooked, so I was just like, I don't know about this, and I was like gonna go in. And then I went in, and honestly, the fact that I'm not remembering it can tell you how forgettable it is. But that's it.
Actually, that does remind me. We did. I forgot about this. My English teacher in freshman year of high school, she was actually in charge of like the theater club as well. And funnily enough, she forced her English class, to be staff. For a Halloween event that they were throwing. Yeah, she said it was like a grade thing. Like, you have to come to this. I don't think...
What the heck?
Yeah, I don't think she was actually allowed to do this.
Yeah, I don't think that sounds right.
Funnily enough, I think she actually got fired like 2 years later. Yeah, she forced us to come in after school hours to be staff for like a little event that they were holding for the theater club, and it was like a walkthrough kind of scare thing where they would like have this little plot and like a bunch of zombies would show up, and I forgot that I actually got to go into that, and it was kind of fun. Although I was kind of just laughing the whole time because the budget was like really bad. And it was just like people dressed up in like cheap makeup, and they just had like strobe lights everywhere. It was like kind of cool. Like the vibes were fun, but it was like kind of cheap. And like some of the kids just weren't really that into it. Like the zombies, like they just felt like a little too meh. And it was like, it's like high school freshmen. So it's like, what can they do? Right. Like they're trying to scare you, but they're not like trying to like, they're not like really good at it. So it was just kind of awkward. And I just kind of it was a fun time, I guess. But I just think the weirdest thing was that I was forced to be like a staff member who would like be in charge of the line. And it was a graded assignment if you came up or not. I was like, I don't know why that was a thing. I think the English teacher just used her power a little too much to get extra staff or something.
No, that definitely is it. Yeah. That's crazy. I had no idea that happened. That's really funny. Yeah, I always I think I told Emmy this when we were at Six Flags. I think that it would be really fun to be a scare actor.
Oh, for sure. I would have a blast.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it again. You were like, yeah, I want to be a zombie.
Yeah, I just think it'd be just fun to just be
I wouldn't
stupid.
want to be a zombie, honestly. I want to be something that I want to be like a crazy person, like comes up to people, like yells at them and just has like a crazy smile, like I don't know, like something like that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just think the fact that being able to be like a scare actor is that I can be weird with no like social consequences, right? Like I can be like Among Us. It's like they wouldn't. I obviously wouldn't do that or whatever, but I could be like zany and weird out in public and not have to worry about it, right? Because he'd be like, oh, haha, it's a funny scare actor, not like, oh no, keep your children away from the scary man. Like,
keep your children away from the scary.
Like it'd be socially acceptable to be weird, right?
Well, yeah,
I could just be
that's kind of, yeah. That
I could just like walk up to a child and be like, hey kid, you want to play Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 for the DS? It's really scary. It's a terrible game. You'll have a horrible experience. It's such a bad game. The audio cuts out randomly. You want to buy a licensed game for Ratatouille for the PS1? It's just like stuff like that, I could just be like really dumb and weird and nerdy and have no social consequence and people would be like, what the heck is this guy doing? Stuff like that. It'd be fun. It'd just be so silly.
That would be fun.
But yeah, just the vibes around this time are just so much fun. Another thing that I would do a lot around this time, especially when I was in Boy Scouts, was corn mazes. I would do like a corn maze every single year.
Yeah, corn mazes.
Those are so fun. I did one every single year when I was in Boy Scouts, and they're so fun. There'd be like little corn pits as well. Like a lot of time in a corn maze, I'd have like little other events, right? Like they'd have like mini zip lines, mini obstacle courses, mini playgrounds, but they'd also have like a corn pit where it's just a bunch of corn. You just sit in the corn and you like roll around in the corn, and it's fun, right? It's really, really fun.
corn.
Yeah, it's a giant pit of corn. You just roll around in it. And, you can bury your friends in the corn. It's so fun.
This seems like a ball pit, but just corn.
It's a ball pit, but it's just corn. The only issue is
there's a local place around where I'm at that does haunted hay rides and multiple corn mazes, and has like a bunch of other attractions. And the haunted hay ride acts like a mode as a transportation that takes you between multiple stations too.
Yeah, no, that's something I would love to do. I miss like getting to sit on a hay barrel, and like the smell of a corn maze is also so good. Like you smell the corn, and it's always like kind of like twilight out. Oh man, those days I'm kind of getting nostalgic for. Those were so
Twilight,
fun.
like you're doing it near midnight, not midnight. Sorry, you're doing it near nighttime. Like, aren't you normally doing corn mazes in a day?
Well, at least for our troop, we wouldn't. For our Boy Scout troop, we would usually do them in the evening because our meetings were usually around 6:30. But when we would do corn mazes, we specifically wanted it to be more in the evening, kind of nighttime, so that the corn maze would be harder to navigate, and it'd be a lot more fun. Obviously, we had an adult in every single group to make sure things went well, and they'd have like extra staff to make sure, like in case any kids got lost or whatever. It was like a Boy Scout troop, so it's obviously younger kids there. But like the older scouts, when you got older, I think it was like above 14, got to go in without a chaperone, and those were always super fun because we would just go wild. We just run around the maze, get lost completely, and then just come back. As long as you made it back before a certain amount of time, they wouldn't send in like people to search after you or whatever.
Did you get a flashlight?
Oh yeah, everybody had flashlights. Sometimes, a lot of time, our group when we were older, we would just turn them off and just have fun because like it was so dark you could barely see anything. You're just like sitting in all the corn. And it was just a fun time. If there were any like downed stalks of corn, people would throw corn at each other as well. It was just silly.
Corn fight.
It's literally corn fight. Like sometimes it hurt too. Some people would throw them really hard. It's like, yo, stop throwing that corn so hard. It's so fun. It's terrible when it's raining though. One year it was raining. Oh, it was awful because like everything was just muddy and gross.
It sounds like really muddy because you'd be like around all this corn and there's just all this mud.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing is like I don't even know how people make corn mazes. Like, how do they just like know how long they're going? Right?
I mean, I've never seen one, so
you know, like, I guess, but like they have to like draw a picture. They have to draw a picture in the corn, and I have to have like a map for it as well.
Don't
like, how do they
tractors have like GPS or something, so they could just like plan it out?
I guess, but it's just like, how exactly would you know when to turn? It's like, how long would this line go? How do you know you're not looping back? Like, if you're trying to like draw a circle, how do you know like you're drawing a perfect circle or something, right? What if you like completely miss?
Yeah, they have to make dead ends and everything too. They're like
the dead ends too. It's just like I don't know how those would be.
I don't know. Maybe it's
all.
Just this one guy who's just like a corn maze enthusiast who like.
You think he travels all across the country? It's like, hey, I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Million.
Except
$1 million
he's like a scythe,
right
like the Grim Reaper, and he only cuts down like the natural way.
Yeah, he takes all the corn and he feeds it to the hungry children. That's what he does. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Grim
What's his name?
Billy and Mandy.
Grim from Billy and Mandy. Yeah. Billy!
Grim from Billy and Mandy.
Grim, did you cut down that corn maze, Grim? Billy, shut up, or I'll punch your nose in. Thank you, Mandy. No, Billy, leave me alone. Hey, Mandy, it's me, Erwin.
I'm dying.
Emmy needs to be resuscitated. Hold square for revive.
Oh no, not the walrus. The walrus is coming out.
If only Little Rokie is here, he can make so many fake laughs.
He could.
No, he goes.
That's so funny.
Okay, walrus is gone. Walrus is gone. I've suppressed the walrus.
It's okay. Listen, if I got the hyena, if you got the walrus laugh, it's okay. I got the hyena laugh. We both got silly, stupid laughs.
Yeah, they are both pretty stupid. Let's just go as a walrus for Halloween. I could just like make walrus sounds. I could be like,
I thought you said you suppressed the walrus. What the heck? It's back.
No, it's gone.
Okay.
I'm in control.
Dude, I'm so lonely without the little rookie, bro. You know what I'm gonna do? You'll probably see right now. I'm gonna put a question mark on his portrait this whole time. Like the second he stops talking, I'm gonna put a question mark on his portrait. Let's be the little rookie. Is he here? Is he not here?
Put like a sticky note on his portrait with a question mark on it. That would be so funny. It's like a little sticky note.
I think he had to have fallen asleep because he's still in the call with us. He's
he's definitely asleep.
He hasn't said anything.
He's just like you probably just passed out in front of his computer or something.
Oh, the little rookie. So funny.
Is this chair really that comfortable? I feel like I can't sleep in a computer chair.
No, he's kind of like sleep deprived, I think. So he's just like he's like a chronic insomniac. So he just probably passed out.
I at least hope he got his Pokemon Sleep open.
Hey guys,
he probably
this
didn't.
is a perfect transition. Speaking of sleep and falling asleep and things you sleep on, Zeez, you have a bed?
Yeah, we talked about this on
a bed, right?
We talked about this on a previous podcast where I haven't had a bed at my new apartment. I've been here for over a year, haven't had a bed yet. And I guess I haven't slept in a bed for so long because I used to sleep in the basement on a couch that was all raggedy and gross. And I finally got a bed. My dad actually, he dropped off 2 beds, one for myself and one for my sister. It's their old beds. They're at like an abandoned fire. I think it's like, they're taking down like a fire station or something. And my dad had like a friend who was like, hey, do you need beds at all? Like we have these mattresses that we are just gonna throw away if you don't want them. He's like, oh well, my kids they don't have beds. Might as well go give it to them. So yeah, now I have a bed. I have a mattress. So that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess where did you set it up? Your studio's kind of packed.
I haven't set it up actually yet. I mean, I just got it like 2 days ago, and they're just kind of chilling in my living room. I'm probably gonna actually just like start sleeping in the living room because where I am in my room, there's just not enough space. Like there is enough space, but the bed would take up everything. Like I wouldn't even be able to walk around. I'd have to walk on the bed. I just wouldn't have enough room to put it
there's
anywhere.
That back table where you have your Epic Linus Teach Tips spinning turntable thing.
Like I could sit up there, but then
I would take that table out.
I would, yeah, and I wouldn't even know where I would put it because like I either put that table up against that wall or it's up against my closet. Then I wouldn't be able to open up my closet. Room? I mean, I guess, but I don't like filming videos out in my living room because my sister has her door open so her cat can run around, and I get secondhand embarrassment because she'd be able to hear me the whole time.
From the cat, from your sister.
Oh, from my sister. I can't record with other people in the room unless they're recording with me. It's so embarrassing. I can't be like, hello guys, YouTube video, here we go. Like that's so embarrassing. Unless they're like here with me, like they're recording with me, like it's super embarrassing. Like the secondhand embarrassment is crazy. Like I said, I can't even watch people watch my videos half the time. Like it's just so cringe. I can't do it, dude. It's too cringe. I hear my own voice and I'm like,
do a react video.
Who is that?
Do a react video to someone else watching your own video.
There aren't many react videos.
That means a react video needs to exist of your content.
There are actually a couple. I've seen a few people react to my Hunger Games video, but they've all been like 12-year-olds watching it on an iPad, and they're like not even commentating. They just kind of laugh at every like funny time I put Hootie on the screen or something.
Even better. Do a react video of yourself watching your own content.
I have done that actually. Well, not necessarily.
Oh, have you?
I don't think I've necessarily done that per se, but I have reacted to my own content before on a stream. And it's like, oh, this video, I kind of, it's mainly more like me providing context as like what I did for certain videos, I think.
I see.
Because there are just like, there's like a lot of context that happens behind a lot of videos a lot of the time. And I'm just like, oh, this video, I made it for this reason, is around this time or something. Like, I know a lot for like the April Fool's videos, like the stupid Ben 10 Galactic Racing video I did that was just like super bad. It's had terrible audio, it's a garbage game. It's just silly stuff like that, you know? Providing context for some videos is just really fun because there's usually always context behind a video. And, you know, part of the reason for these podcasts is I can actually talk about some of the context behind said videos, which is why we talk about YouTube so much and whatnot. So that's just another reason that's fun to talk about. But, you know, every time you make a video, there's always a reason behind it, right?
Yeah, imagine making a video talking about the context of things you've made before. I certainly would never do that.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's not like you've done that or anything. It wasn't like 45 minutes long or anything like that. No, definitely
One of the only videos I've ever made ever was me talking about everything I've uploaded ever.
There was a few others. I couldn't do a
single video. What?
No, the one video where you were making fun of the little rookie.
Oh yeah, the little. Okay, that was a good one. Yeah.
The little rookie exposed.
You can mention it. It's on YouTube.
Is this still there? I thought you unlisted it or something.
No, that's up. Yeah, the little rookie gets exposed, guys. Yeah. If you guys want to see why he's exposed,
let's make a little rookie exposed right now. The little rookie joined the forecast and fell asleep, bro.
I need an apology video.
He caught the Zeez
for the time you fell asleep on the forecast.
Dude, he caught the Zeez. Catching Zeez. It's a catching Zeez
podcast. He actually caught
Zeez. Dude,
you literally caught Zeez.
He caught the Zeez. No way.
You see, the podcast is always catching Zeez, but the little rookie was a step ahead. You see, he was catching the Zeez.
He caught it. Oh my gosh. The little rookie, you're such a genius.
Man, the little rookie's always a step ahead of you, Zeez. What are you gonna do now? Is the podcast just gonna be called Caught Zeez now?
Zeez has been caught.
Dude, let's just have a sleep podcast.
Someone else commented a long time ago that they fell asleep to the podcast, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that no one has fell asleep in the podcast. This is the first time somebody's fallen asleep in the podcast.
What happened a long time ago?
Somebody, one of the commenters, Toaster puts on the podcast when they go to sleep. It's just kind of, I don't know, I guess it's like soothing or whatever.
I see. So now he can listen to the little rookie falling asleep.
I wonder, you know what would be like a super Giga Chad move? If the little rookie falls asleep to this podcast where he fell asleep.
That would be kind of Giga Chad.
It's like a reaction of the reaction.
Except it's the sleep of a sleep.
A sleep squared.
Sleep squared. You're sleeping to yourself.
How are you gonna
sleeping.
Get his audio?
Yeah, honestly. I wonder what his audio's gonna sound like. Bro, actually, wait, I need to edit this video. Yo, little rookie, wake up and send me your audio, bro. Send me your audio. Oh my god.
He's just gonna have like 6 hours of audio.
It's gonna be like it is gonna be like no, it's gonna be longer than that. It's gonna be like 10 hours of audio because he's not gonna realize it. He's gonna be like, oh no. He might even you know what he might do? He might just delete it. Oh, he better not delete it. Oh no, this is actually gonna be so
What if
bad.
his computer
We'd be
runs
out
out
of
of
a podcast.
space while it's recording?
We'd be out of a podcast. I wouldn't. Every time he'd talk, we'd just be dead silent, and I wouldn't remember what he would say. Oh gosh.
Well, he didn't talk a lot.
He didn't talk a lot, but he did talk a little bit.
Much.
Dude, what am I supposed
It'd
to
be
do?
kind of funny.
It's okay. Just every time he talks, just pat it with Walrus laughing. Here, I'll help you.
Stop. Unnecessary. Oh my gosh.
It's not to bring back the Walrus.
I think real quick, since this podcast has gone on quite a while, do you want to check out the Reddit and then we can end it off for today?
Yeah, let's check out the Reddit. Let's go. ZVG2 Reddit. Let's go.
And we want to rename it to Zeez off G Reddit, but
I don't think you can. Like I said, you can only like make another subreddit and then make like a redirect from like pinned post.
I was saying call the little rookie.
Oh, call him? He never answers
Yeah,
calls,
what?
but yeah, I can call him. Here, you want me to try calling him?
Yeah, do it.
do it. Okay. While you're doing that,
I can just call him on Discord since he has his Discord open. That'll wake him up for sure.
Wait, do I have his phone number?
what? Yo, the Reddit, guys, the Reddit.
Okay, let's do the Reddit first. I'll
Wait,
call him.
no. This is more important. What?
Oh my gosh.
Here, I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
call him on Discord. I need to disconnect from this call to call him though. Give me 1 sec.
What the?
What?
Okay, Emmy just disconnected. So now, dude, this is gonna be a field day for me editing.
I know, right? That's gonna be pretty crazy.
What? What the? What? What the heck?
Got him.
What the heck was that setup? We got. Yo.
You know,
What? What? What?
Let's go.
How long were you waiting for this? Like an hour?
I don't know.
Like an hour?
waiting
was
for
kinda
Emmy to leave
No,
the
we
call.
had an hour.
I was kind of asleep.
Oh, you did fall asleep.
So you did catch these.
A little bit.
What the heck? I'm so confused. What was this mastermind
All right,
plan?
I'm probably
Wait.
gonna go to bed now. I'll see you
what?
guys.
Wait.
No, wait,
Did he
you
actually
can't
come
leave.
back? I was trying to call him. What? Wait, what? What?
Send
What
me
just
your-
happened?
you gotta send me your audio at least. You definitely gotta send me your audio, please.
Wait,
Please.
what just happened? What just happened?
Nothing.
Well, he's back.
No, race car, did anything happen?
I don't think anything happened. No.
No, we were gonna check out the Reddit, but you were too late, actually, Emmy.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna go now.
If
Bye,
only
guys.
the little rookie could see these. epic
I'm gonna.
posts we're
Actually,
talking
I'm
about.
so tired. I'm just gonna pass out in front of the microphone. I'm just gonna.
All right. Well, race car, do you wanna take a hold of the Reddit here?
Yeah, dude. All right, check this out. We're gonna go over some Reddit posts, so everyone pay attention, please.
All right.
All right, this first one here is by Scared Stock 6985. and I
Most
said,
of
I know
these
this
are
is the
actually by
C
Scared
sub-
Stock.
These are some good picks. All right, the first one is of Crosscode. There's a person with like defiantly holding their arms in the middle. There's a nerdy guy on the far right with like glasses and stuff. I bet he gets beat up. And there's a girl that looks like Urareka but has like a really big like hair swoosh in the middle of her hair. So, okay. Next picture is of Half-Life. That's Gordon Freeman. That pic goes hard. Next one is looks kind of like a cringy thing. Next one.
It's kind of.
You're just like,
next one's
dude. Oh, that's so
cringy
funny.
thing.
I know that this next one is these are all, by the way, these are show and game recommendations that they wanted me to like either play or talk about. The fourth one looks like Hat in
it has a
Time, which I do
flare.
want to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see the flare.
And then there's the fifth one, which is Bug Fables, which is like a Paper Mario
Why is it
style
cropped?
game. Yeah,
is
why
it
is
really?
it oddly cropped? Yeah, it's oddly
What's with the
cropped.
crop, dude?
Yeah, it's just oddly cropped.
When you said
It
that, I
says
was like, how do you
bad
know
fable
it?
for all I know.
That's what I thought. When Emmy said
no,
that, I
it
was like,
says
how do you know what
Dog
it says?
Fables. What are you talking
says
about? It
Dog
says-
Fables.
Dog Fables. All right, I mean,
Walrus, God, dude.
I can tell you that I already do plan to play Hat in Time eventually. As for the other four, I have absolutely no idea.
Bug Fables is pretty good, I heard. It's like supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Paper Mario. That was before the Paper Mario remake, though. So
Oh,
now you can
okay,
play
okay.
both.
Who's the... Okay, so the fourth image, it's like the dancing hat kid. What is that from?
Hat in Time. It's a game.
That's a Hat in Time.
It's like a platformer game.
It's a 3D platformer.
Yeah.
But I just see the meme where he's dancing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there's the meme of the hat kid dancing. Yeah. But it's actually like from a platforming game.
Z should watch the show. I think he'd like it.
Yeah, this is Disney Amphibia. I don't know if you heard of that, Zeez. Have you?
I mean, looks like, I don't know. It looks like an okay show. I mean, it's Disney. Disney's kind of cringe, kind of for kids. I don't know if I like that stuff.
Why is the girl missing the shoe?
Why is she missing a shoe?
Why is she missing a shoe?
Why is she missing a shoe?
Why does she have leaves in her hair? Like, yeah, why does she have leaves in her hair?
What's up with that nasty, ugly, frog looking thing? He's so ugly, bro. I don't like him.
His eyes are too big. He looks like he's just asking me a marketable plush.
Yeah, no, dude, that's so marketable, dude. Disney's trying to force marketable plushies down our throat. Yeah, this show looks like trash, bro.
But no, why is he pink though? Why is he pink?
I mean, I think he's trying to eat the human.
Oh, really?
He looks hungry.
That
looks hungry.
Sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay.
And she's like, no, don't eat me. Eat that thing over there. Because she's pointing. She's like, I don't want to get eaten. All right, what about the last post here? This is actually a very recent post.
All right, we got a big one coming here from Dulce Dragonessa.
All right, I want to read this one. Dulce Dragonessa. We're going to read this one. I will now discuss... Oh, no. What's my reasons?
No. Read the first part.
Petition for Zeez to make a video about Marc Anciel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. From Miraculous Ladybug. I will now list my reasons for why he should be reviewed on the Zeez VovG2 channel in a full-length video essay format. Watching Miraculous in order to do so is optional. One.
Don't even need to watch the show.
He is baby. Just a free. What's the picture? It's a picture of him pointing to himself. Look at him. Look at his face. How can you not love a face like that? He's literally a little blorbo. There's only innocence, love, and affection in those eyes. He also wears fingerless gloves, so he's automatically 15 times cooler than everyone else.
Fingerless gloves are trash.
Fandom actually started theorizing, and he was Marionette and Adrian's kid from the future, which is honestly really funny to me because it's entirely based on the green eyes, black hair combo. I think that just makes him look like a cat, though.
Hold on, real quick. I totally agree with the fingerless gloves comment. I knew people in high school that definitely weren't cringy at all that wore fingerless gloves, and they were the coolest people ever. I also watched parkour videos.
No, I think they're cringe.
I think they're cringe. And they would all wear fingerless gloves. I thought that was really cool.
Fingerless gloves are pointless. Fingerless gloves make your tips. They literally, in my opinion, fingerless gloves just make your hands colder.
What?
No, they do. I'm joking, obviously, but
they make your hands colder. They literally warm up the palms of your hands, but make the tips of your hands freezing. Every time I've worn fingerless gloves,
your fingertips always are cold. I hate the stupid retractable gloves where you can cover the fingers or not.
Those are annoying because they just get in your way. They're just too bulky and blue. Anyway, continuing with this post. By the way, this is a long post.
All right, I can read another paragraph if you want. Here, let's
read the whole thing.
Two.
Read the whole we're already so deep.
No, Dulce deserves this because she wrote out this entire essay. We need to give it the respect it deserves.
It's so long. It's so long.
2. He has a really cool akumatized. I don't know how to pronounce that. Akumatized. Okay.
Akuma
to give some
Matata?
context. No. Yeah, Hakuna Matata. To give some context,
Wow,
the evil guy.
Edgy.
Hold on. Let me give you some context. From Miraculous Ladybug, there's an evil guy called Hawk Moth. He has the powers of moths, and when his moth touches you, it akumatizes you, makes you evil, but only when you're sad.
Yeah. I mean, I got the other part. I didn't know it was called akumatized.
Ladybug can turn them back to normal. So yeah, there's the lore.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I just know he's kind of like a meme because he always starts off the episode he's looking all evil. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's funny. He's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like Doofenshmirtz, honestly, but less funny and relatable.
Listen, he dances. There's a funny clip where he dances. I think it's so funny. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Anyway.
All right. Look at it. I love the character design so much. Just look. The symmetry is so neat. And the paper airplanes. Ugh. His power is that he reverses your personality qualities. Like Chloe would go from being mean to nice or something similar. There's this edge to his look that honestly, some of the villains in Miraculous just don't get. He doesn't look stupid or goofy like God, the bubbler.
Who the heck is the bubbler? What? That's such a doofy name.
Actually, he looks like he wants you dead. The affection and love in his eyes is gone. Only malice. We love him for that. Also, I like how his whole outfit looks like it's been made out of construction paper, and it fits together around him like armor. It just adds to the cohesion a lot. 3. When he is also really neat in season 5 when he, insert spoilers here. I'm not adding a picture, but I've drawn fan art in the spoilers. If you want to find it, he's really neat, and the spoilers is really funny because the fandom hates it due to the power scaling. But anyway, season 5 is worth the torture.
Listen, really. Freaking Ladybug is broken anyway. All she does is be like, Lucky Charm! And then it does all the work for her.
Lucky Charm!
She literally just eats a box of Lucky Charms and then she just gets powers.
I know, I actually have a funny thing to say about Miraculous Ladybug in just a second. I told my sister this, but it's kind of funny actually. 4. He deserves more screen time and appreciation. A face... Wait, I need to look at the picture to describe it. I'll do descriptive text. He's like holding a book. He's got the fuzzy hair. He's holding the book. He's like looking... I don't know how he looks. I'm not sure how to describe how he looks.
He's just looking
like very... Yeah, he's just looking. He looks...
He looks like he's looking. He looks like he's looking with his eyes, honestly. If
he looks like I want to beat him up and shove him into a locker.
Yeah, he's holding his book with one hand, with his right hand over his chest. It's like defensively over him. I don't know. He's looking kind of vulnerable.
He's not blocking his kidneys, which is where I'll land the first punch.
A face this cute. And he only freaking gets to be like in 20 episodes total. Hello? Wasted potential by the writers when they came up with perfection, and then they just dropped the ball. Typical asterisk. I don't know how to pronounce that. Now you may be thinking, hold on, Dulce, 20 is a lot. But for at least 15 of them, he is pictured in a total of 2 scenes tops. So no, not a lot. He deserves more. Please let him cook.
He literally reminds me of Varian from... This show's character. He reminds me of Varian from the Rapunzel Tangled Adventure series, which you guys haven't seen, but it's a good show.
5. He is a little writer boy who writes fanfics and would be your best friend if you mentioned his OTP. Oh, I did not know this.
What is OTP?
I actually don't know what this is
One
either.
true pairing. Oh, I can
explain. Is that like a shipping thing?
Right. Thank you, Emmy, for being...
Yeah, so like there's ships, and then so you can ship multiple characters, but if you really feel like there's like 2 people that just belong together, that's the OTP. It's one true pairing.
Bro, I actually had to make a quick aside. I actually have an OTP then. It's Bob Duncan and Bertram.
What?
Bertram and Bob Duncan, bro. Literally Bertram and Bob Duncan. Bob Duncan from Good Luck Charlie and Bertram from Jessie. The ultimate Disney dad pairing.
The ultimate Disney OTP?
Yeah, it's Bertram and Bob Duncan.
Okay. I'm so glad I was able to be here to explain that to you guys. All right. I think this is fan art. I can't really tell, honestly. Maybe this is just some weird style
Bob Duncan
they did.
in his grill.
What?
In his grill, like he's cooking. Like
it's his grill.
Oh,
like
Bob Duncan.
Moment,
Yeah, Bob Duncan.
like
Bob Duncan. Yeah, Bob Duncan. Yeah, Bob Duncan. He looks like he's grilling. But Bertram and Bob Duncan are the best pairing. Anyway.
OTP, definitely.
100%.
I think this is fan art. There's like this like very like fairy tale-esque like storybook vibe. Maybe it could have been in the show. I have no idea. It definitely looks like fan art, if you ask me. Is it? Zeez, could this have been in the show?
I don't know. I haven't seen the show. I've only seen the movie.
Wait, I thought you were already watching it.
I thought, yeah.
I've only seen the movie.
Fake fan
oh
alert.
My gosh, I thought this whole thing you're like doing in the background is like getting really good at this series.
No, I've only been watching the movie. That's the whole point of the review.
Fairy tale, there's like these 2 fairies. I don't know who they're supposed to represent. Maybe someone, and it's like some love letter that's like getting sent from like this like enchanted castle. Honestly, you should just show these pictures. I'm gonna stop describing them. This is totally
honestly,
pointless.
I'm literally gonna show them up on the screen.
Okay, I am like 99% sure he has actually planned out an entire friends to lovers fanfic of not just Lady Noir, but also Adrianette. What are these?
Okay, let me describe this. Ladybug and Cat Noir are the names of Marinette and Adrian, which are the main characters. And how the love thing goes is that Marinette likes Adrian, but they don't know their secret identities, and Adrian likes Ladybug, but they don't know each other's secret identities. That's the joke. So
yeah, I knew that.
Catboy likes the Ladybug, and then in their human forms, it's like, okay, boy likes girl in their superhero forms, girl likes boy in their normal forms. That's it.
Wow.
But they're the same. They're the same people. That's how I describe it.
Yeah, they're the same people, but they don't know they're the same people.
Yeah, that's it. That's the joke. So it's like,
but the Catboy just has like a little tiny mask on. How can she not tell?
Yeah,
how can they both not tell?
Bro, that's the. And
yeah,
the thing
because
is, like,
they constantly
also,
work together too.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you'd think they'd recognize their voices, but like the show just
or
the
their
show
personalities.
Right, but the show just needs to be a thing. The show just like, yeah, they just don't. It's just another thing that the show is just like white trash because like, yeah, they just don't recognize other guys. They just don't.
Like Spider-Man's completely covered, like his entire face.
Yeah, I don't know. The show's dumb.
At least Batman makes a different voice. Come on. It's like, oh, I'm Batman. Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna finish reading this. Adrianette. There is literally an episode where he and Nath are drawn like cartoony fairy that is in the show. Fairy godmothers trying to get Adrian and Marionette together. Like, hello? Pure boy, good, precious, sweet boy. He is doing his absolute best to help them be happy, and we love him for it. Also, he made a comic one time with Nathaniel about Ladybug and Chat Noir. So like, let's give him some credit. He's a good writer. Off topic, but look at Adrian in a dress. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Chat Noir.
Adrian's in a dress in this picture.
I think he's on the far left. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. That's actually.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Chat Noir.
Chat. A very serendipitous spelling mistake.
But I love.
Is that an actual thing?
I think it is. I think it's like a translation thing or something. Chat Noir. I don't really know. I just think it's funny because the fandom calls him Chat Noir. I don't know if there's like a translation thing for that or if it's just a meme. But I think that's so funny because I'm the same person who'll do that. I'll make like K sound like Ch as like a meme. Like the trusty Trav or something like that. stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this Adrian is in a dress in this one. Actually, femboy Adrian, let's go. We support that. All right, I agree with you, Dulce. Look at Adrian. Okay, moving on.
You're not done yet. There's still one more. There's one more section.
I said okay.
Number
moving
6,
on.
let's go.
6.
Okay.
He's a big soccer nerd. Look at him go. Look at my boy. Let's go! Isn't he amazing? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark.
You don't need it. Okay.
He's so goofy. I love him. He's like the main reason they defeated the akumatized villain in this episode. It's because he's such a soccer nerd and an awesome and incredible and stunning. And this concludes my petition. No, it was not an excuse to ramble about Marc. How dare you even think that? I am doing this for the greater good of Zeez G2 channel, where Zeez will profit greatly off of reviewing and appreciating this mind-blowingly awesome and epic character who deserves it. This will literally make him hit 5 billion subscribers.
Wow. Over half the Earth.
In under 2 seconds.
Over half the okay, I guess I have to. Over half of the Earth's population will subscribe to me. That's crazy.
In 2 seconds.
That's insane.
Well, I think that's actually more people than have internet, but tis the power. Like, they literally just get internet to watch this video. Like, just some random person who's like a poor farmer, doesn't have internet, gets internet just to watch this Zeez YouTube video
about some random
Please upvote to sign my petition.
Random teenager from my miraculous bug.
All right, Zeez, upvote it. Make the video.
I'm not done yet. Tis the power of Marc Anciel. Please upvote.
Yeah, and I said the last part.
Wait, I need to say this in a special one. Please upvote to sign the petition. Heart.
I already did.
Okay.
I uploaded this post way before all y'all did.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't upvote.
I'll give it a funny Reddit update.
No. Luna Pavis Solchrist is coming online for this.
Well, that was
I'm
how
signed
long
off.
did that go on? That was like that was like a 15-minute segment just talking about that one post.
Yeah.
Well, they put in the effort for 15 minutes.
Oh,
man.
I can't go to that. I can't run my errands now, unfortunately. I guess I'll do it tomorrow.
No. Unfortunate.
It's 7:52. I guess I could go somewhere else to do it. No, Dulce, I was gonna run an errand.
You were the one who wanted to read it out so descriptively.
It's okay. It was totally worth.
All right. Well, as silly as that post was, that was the final post on Reddit.com. Thank you guys for posting on the Reddit. If you keep posting, we'll keep checking it out at the end of every single Catching Zeez podcast. So yeah, I think that'll be it. Anybody else have anything else to say?
One more topic.
I have
There's one more topic. Wait.
Oh, okay,
Wait.
okay.
Quantum Quilt put cereal. I like cereal. So if you want to explain that, Quantum Quilt, just jump in.
He's just asleep, bro. He's asleep.
No, but the thing I was gonna mention about Adrian is like, you know how his like his like transformation is like a cat?
Yeah.
So I was like, does that make him a furry?
I mean, they all transform into animals.
Well, yeah, but he's a cat. He's like a cat boy, so it's like he's a furry, right?
I mean, all the other characters, they become like, there's like a mouse one, there's like a turtle one, there's like a, I mean, Ladybug's a bug. I guess that could be counted.
I guess maybe. All right, that's all I have. I'm just like, Adrian is a furry. That's all I have to say. Adrian is a furry, everyone. And that's okay.
Then. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Like I said, this podcast had like such a chaotic and no plan to it at all. So, yeah.
I mean, that's what happens every time we have a forecast, though.
That's true. Well, 3.5 cast. 3.5 cast.
Oh yeah, 3.5. Actually, it's more like a 3.25 cast at this point. But
3.25. All right, but that'll be it for today, everybody. Thank you so very much for watching. We'll see you all next week for more of the Catching Zeez podcast. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. I knew he'd say it. I knew it. I freaking knew it, you little cornball.
Cornball.
I knew it, bro. I knew he was waiting for it. He was smirking. He was probably rubbing his hands together like a fly.
That's why I cued
knew
you
it,
in
bro.
with the cereal, bro.
I knew
He's
it, bro.
literally a free rider. Literally a free rider.
I knew it.
You need to make an apology video for this.
Bro. He was literally scheming it. He was like grinning. He was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait till he says bye, and then I'll say bye. That will be the funniest thing ever." It was pretty funny, so I'll give you props for that, little Rokie. You don't gotta say anything. Don't say anything else. You'll ruin it. Don't say anything else. It's perfect. It's perfect.
You should include that in as part of the ending.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's in the end. Bye for real, though.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah, bye for real.
I knew it.